Right now at noon, several members of President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet receiving threats. How law enforcement is responding. Plus, one of the busiest travel days of the year is here. We have the new numbers and advice from experts this Thanksgiving. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. I'm Josh Spreiter. Today, many folks across Wisconsin and the nation are hitting the road or the airways. So let's start with that travel forecast for the long holiday weekend. First, our meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a look at your certified most accurate weather. He's out on the patio. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh. I know a lot of folks will be hitting the road, maybe already doing so. If you are traveling across the upper Midwest, the good news is things are pretty quiet. You can see on our visible cloud track. There are some clouds, some thicker clouds in Minnesota. There's actually some snow flurries up there. That's the secondary surge of some cold air that's going to be arriving here in southern Wisconsin later on tonight, and that'll continue right through Thanksgiving Day. But other than a few flurries across the upper Midwest, things are pretty quiet, so the roads are in good shape. Seeing a little bit of sunshine here in Madison. Most of that is up to the north. Winds aren't as strong as they've been. They are out of the northeast now, up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Calling for an Arctic blast that'll be arriving this weekend. It will be dry, quiet through the weekend, other than a few scattered snow flurries. That's all we can expect. Right now, we're sitting at 35 with the northeast wind at 7. We'll talk more about this Arctic blast and how low those temperatures will go coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, we'll see you then. Thank you. Now to a live look at General Mitchell International Airport in Milwaukee at this hour. Experts say nationwide the TSA expects to screen 18.3 million airport goers during what could be the busiest Thanksgiving ever. CBS's Jared Hill has more on the holiday rush.
In the final dash to Thanksgiving dinner, it's not the stuffing that's steering travelers through busy roads and crowded airports.
It's family. That's what makes it worth it, family being together.
AAA expects more than 5 million Americans to fly this week. Some headed out Tuesday to beat the Wednesday rush. What TSA estimates will be the busiest day to fly before Thanksgiving.
I feel like it hasn't gotten really busy yet.
I expected to see a whole bunch of lines, but I'm very pleasantly surprised.
TSA is expected to screen 2.9 million passengers today alone at airports around the country. The FAA warns that a shortage in air traffic control workers could cause delays in places like New York. On the roads near Boston, traffic moved at a snail's pace, one person calling the commute painful.
This holiday is worse than any other.
AAA says most people will drive to their destination, with nearly 72 million Americans expected to get behind the wheel. Meanwhile, Amtrak says it's seeing an uptick in passengers who prefer to ride the rails.
You've got very spacious seats, a lot of leg room. It's just an easier way to go than sitting in highway traffic or flying.
Smooth sailing for most travelers so far, though heavy snow in Colorado has already snarled highway traffic. But there is some good news for drivers. According to AAA, the national average price for a gallon of regular is just over $3. In more than 24 states, that average drops below $3. Jared Hill, CBS News.
So far today, air traffic seems to be moving just fine with just over 200 delays reported on the website FlightAware. As for the roads, this afternoon is predicted to be one of the worst times to travel by car. Right now, lawmakers say airlines are making billions of dollars collecting junk fees. The U.S. Senate subcommittee publishing a report about the extra charges you pay when you fly. Those include checking bags or choosing your seat. It found from 2018 to 2023, 5 U.S. airlines made more than $12 billion on seat selection fees alone. Plus, some airlines reward agents for catching travelers not following carry-on rules. Lawmakers will hold a hearing with officials from American, Delta, United, Frontier, and Spirit in 1 week. Several cabinet picks and administration appointees for President-elect Donald Trump's administration were targets of violent threats last night and this morning. A Trump spokesperson says the threats ranging from swatting to direct threats to appointees and their families, along with bomb threats. They did not say who was targeted or the nature of the apparent threats, but the FBI and Justice Department is investigating. This afternoon, thousands are returning home to southern Lebanon as Israel and Hezbollah begin a ceasefire today. The Israel military is warning, though, of evacuating residents not to head home yet. This morning, Israel fired at cars in Lebanon after they approached a restricted area. The ceasefire began after 4 a.m. in that region. It is hours after Israel carried out its most intense wave of strikes in Beirut. Regardless, many celebrating the important step after over a year of fighting. The region is on edge on whether this ceasefire will hold, though some Israelis say they are relieved, but feel more could be done.
I am very happy. Ceasefire is always good, and we'd like, but I will be more happy if it will be in Gaza too.
The proposal calls for a 60-day pause. During this period, Israel will withdraw its troops from southern Lebanon. Hezbollah will withdraw its forces north of the Israel-Lebanon border. The U.S. and France helped broker the deal. The U.S. says they will continue to push for a ceasefire deal in Gaza. Right now, Madison police are looking for 2 suspects involved in a robbery after a Facebook marketplace sale. Officers say the victim met the suspects on Flower Lane near the Wexford Ridge Apartments on Tuesday to purchase a cell phone off Facebook Marketplace. Officers set up a perimeter and attempted to use a canine unit to sweep the area, but were not able to find them. Police say everyone should buy or sell in a public place and be suspicious of buyers with unusual requests or payment methods. We continue our follow-up investigation at the Harmony Apartments on Madison's east side. This comes a year after 2 homicides within months put all eyes on that property. Earlier this week, we heard from people who lived there. Our Braden Ross is answering the all-important question, what can the city do about it? You'll hear from city officials tasked with solving the problem.
I think you always want to try to see something through and put everything into place that you can put into place. And then if that doesn't work, then you have to come back and reevaluate.
When does that reevaluation happen?
I think we're probably in that phase right now.
You will hear from the property firm Royal Capital. That full report is tonight on News 3 Now at 6. A new White House proposal would make Medicare and Medicaid cover costly weight loss drugs for people who are obese. But it's unclear if the $35 billion proposal will go anywhere, since it wouldn't go into effect until President-elect Donald Trump takes office. Erica Brown reports from Washington.
Popular weight loss drugs such as Ozempic and Wegovy would be accessible to millions more Americans under a new Biden administration plan. The proposal would make Medicaid and Medicare cover the drugs for obese people who do not have an underlying medical condition, such as diabetes or heart disease. Obesity alone would be enough to qualify.
Even if you don't yet have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, if you have obesity, you are at extremely high risk for developing these medical issues. And so we see this as really trying to head off some of these complications.
A bipartisan coalition of congressional lawmakers has lobbied for the drugs to be covered by Medicare, arguing that it could save the government billions of dollars treating chronic ailments associated with obesity. But it's unclear if the incoming Trump administration will follow through with the plan, which carries a $35 billion price tag. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who Trump has tapped to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, has long been critical of the drugs, preferring to address what he calls the root causes of obesity and other chronic diseases.
We're mass poisoning our children with processed foods. We have 1,000 ingredients in our foods that are illegal in Europe.
People can lose as much as 15 to 25% of their body weight on the drugs, which imitate the hormones that regulate appetite. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington, D.C.
Under the Biden proposal, people who are overweight but not obese or do not have any other qualifying conditions would still not be eligible. The Commerce Department is releasing new data showing inflation is moving in the wrong direction. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index rose 2.3% in October over last year. This is the Federal Reserve's favorite tool to gauge inflation. Experts say housing prices are one of the key factors keeping inflation from stabilizing. Still ahead for us this afternoon, what restaurants will remain open this Thanksgiving, plus why a growing number of people are now opting to leave the holiday cooking to the pros.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. During the Serta Black Friday event at Ashley, follow the experts and save up to $600 on select Serta Perfect Sleeper X adjustable sets. Plus, get up to $300 in free furniture, 60-month special financing, and free delivery at Ashley.
Save big money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Tide Simply All-in-One Laundry Detergent is just $7.99. 2x3-foot accent rugs only $4.99. Non-stick cookie sheets are just $3.55. A big 5-pound bag of in-shell peanuts, only $5.29. Hurry, these hot deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get more big savings right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards. Wisconsin's largest and most spectacular Christmas show, Christmas in the Dells Dinner Show, is now open. It all starts with a 4-course Christmas feast, complete with ham, turkey, and all the fixins. And with new songs, cast and costumes, plus an appearance by Santa. This truly will be a magical holiday season. Enjoy the largest nativity in the state, complete with flying angels and live animals. Get your tickets today at ChristmasInTheDells.com. That's ChristmasInTheDells.com.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
The mommy belly is gone.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-557-5298 or go to sonobello.com.
After an accident, don't say anything and don't sign anything until you talk to Gruber Law Offices.
Call us first. There's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The day before Thanksgiving at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Get incredible doorbusters starting at $2.99. Dishwashers, chest freezers, laundry pairs, ranges. Buy 3, get 3 free on 6-piece packages from top brands. Wednesday only. Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Two more key economic picks for President-elect Donald Trump's incoming administration. Kevin Hassett has been tapped for National Economic Council Director. Hassett was chair of Trump's Council of Economic Advisors previously. Trump's U.S. trade representative choice is international trade attorney Jamieson Greer. Trump says Greer was instrumental in imposing tariffs on China during his first term. The announcement comes as Trump threatens to put a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada and an additional 10% tariff on China over the flow of illegal migrants and drugs. Tomorrow, millions of Americans will gather to eat a Thanksgiving meal. But a new survey from Pop Menu shows a growing number of people are opting to leave the cooking to the pros. Out of 1,000 consumers surveyed, 37% said they'll order takeout or delivery from restaurants. That's up from 32% last year. However, the number of people who say they'll dine in at a restaurant dropped to 5% this year, compared to 17% last year. And for those who do opt to head out to a restaurant tomorrow, Cracker Barrel, Denny's, and Ruby Tuesday are just a few of the national chains that will be open, though hours may vary by location. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
At the noon hour, here's your stock report. The Dow's down 109 points, NASDAQ down 166, and the S&P 500 down 25. Our call for action volunteers are working for you, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Remember, you can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Right now, victims of Hurricane Helene and Milton are still recovering as the winter months settle in, but one retailer is working to help pick up their spirits this Thanksgiving. Brian Stows reports from North Carolina.
Patty Gay's road is still washed out more than 8 weeks after Helene hit.
It's a long, long road, and it washed the middle of it down to the major road.
Still walking in now.
Still walking in and out, having to carry stuff in and out.
Today, she and others lined up at the Lowe's Home Improvement in Marion. Lowe's put on similar events statewide, hiring local restaurants like Blackburg Restaurant and Zella's Deli to help with the Thanksgiving meal giveaway. Brian Stouts worked at the deli. He showed us pictures of what the storm did to the building and is thankful the home improvement store hired them.
This is huge, the economic strain that has come just from the storm where, you know,
we were telling people not to come to Asheville or to the whole area during the biggest time of the entire year.
During the storm in Marion had nearly a foot of water inside from the Catawba River. Employees worked quickly to get it reopened. Haley Ward says her family lost their home and business during Helene. She shared these pictures of the damage. She is thankful Lowe's is helping the community.
We're still trying to figure out how to do our day-to-day life. So coming into a holiday, it's really takes a little bit of the stress off.
We are watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Kelly is tracking the Thanksgiving travel forecast in First Warn Weather. Then later on Live at 4, we're talking about Madison's soon-to-launch pro volleyball team. Reaction from the new lead doctor and the team's head coach.
Can your roof survive another winter? Winter winds can loosen and blow off shingles. Freezing rain can cause shingles to crack and leak. Protect your roof now with RoofMax, because nobody wants to replace their roof, especially in the middle of winter. RoofMax can extend the life of your roof by 5 to 15 years, guaranteed, at a fraction of the cost of a new one. Call now and we'll give you a free evaluation of your roof.
Score the lowest prices of the year right now at Brothers Main's Black Friday sale. You won't find lower prices anywhere, and enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Main's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Main.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a Tempur-Pedic from Steinhafels. Discover the advanced pressure-relieving power of a Tempur-Pedic, making aches and pains a thing of the past. Right now, save up to $300 on mattresses and up to $200 when you upgrade to an adjustable base. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses start at just $48 per month when you use Steinhafels 60-month financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Enjoy a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Bigger cases.
She was lured to your apartment.
Higher stakes. Never seen before in daytime.
In front of millions of people.
Judy Justice.
Weekdays at 3. News 3 Now. First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisctv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Pam Bianchi from the Midwest Farm Report is off for Thanksgiving this week. She'll return on Monday. So here are your farm numbers. To your certified most accurate forecast now. First, Storm meteorologist Kelly Slifka is out on the weather patio. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh. Getting a little bit of that sunshine out here, and no problems traveling around southern Wisconsin. Just might need the sunglasses, especially with the low sun angle this time of November. But we are calling for some colder temperatures to arrive for Thanksgiving. I think we'll start off with a little bit of sunshine in the morning, but noticing we're starting off at 23. We're going to struggle to even get up to 31 at the noon hour. Then we'll fall back in the upper 20s. May see a snow flurry or two in the afternoon, but that should be about it. But we are calling for below average temperatures. There have been some light snow showers in southwestern Minnesota. Any accumulation would be minor, just trace amounts, maybe upwards of 1/2 inch on some of those grassy surfaces. So if you are traveling across much of the upper Midwest, it should be quiet. No travel problems, no road conditions to really get bad because of any kind of snow falling. In fact, we'll track that out for you going throughout the afternoon. A few snow showers there in Minnesota. For us in southern Wisconsin, maybe a flurry or two, but that should be about it going into Thanksgiving Day. And then on Friday, start off with some clouds and a little bit of sun in the afternoon, but it's going to be bitterly cold with a blustery west and northwest wind behind a strong cold front that will bring us some Arctic air arriving this upcoming weekend. But as mentioned, generally dry weather other than a few flurries through the weekend going into early next week. No big storm systems headed our way. Want to quick take a look at November as far as the rainfall amounts. You got to remember it was a wet month. In fact, we had over 3 inches of rain for the month of November. I think we're done with the measurable precipitation for the rest of the month, but we got some much needed rain. Now we've got some very cold temperatures headed our way. This is our 6 to 10 day outlook taking us through the first week of December. You can see the eastern half of the country below average temperatures. And this is including Florida. So you're taking that Florida trip trying to escape this cold. Not going to be much luck down there. You're going to have to go to the desert Southwest. That's where they're expecting some warmer than average temperatures. Our average now is up to 39 or down to 39. Expecting that temperature in the mid to upper 30s today, pretty close to our average as far as those overnight lows. The sun now sets at 425. All right, temperatures today in the mid to upper 30s. This will probably be the warmest of the next 10. We'll fall through the 20s going in through tonight. Probably wake up to some lower 20s by tomorrow morning. With a mix of clouds and sun, probably more clouds than sun, especially Madison areas to the south, a little bit more sunshine as you go up toward the Dells and central parts of the state. As we go through tomorrow morning, we'll see a little bit of clearing, so that'll allow those temperatures to cool into the lower half of the 20s. A little bit of sun to start Thanksgiving Day, but then those clouds will win out during the afternoon. Temperatures struggling to get up to 30. Right now, 35 in Madison's 37. Currently in Janesville, the Dells at 31, even though they are seeing a little bit more sunshine toward the Dells and also Black River Falls. Across Dane County, temperatures at the noon hour, 34 right now to the northwest, 36 in Middleton. So we do have some cold temperatures out there, a little bit of sun, especially areas to the north going into the afternoon. Tomorrow for Thanksgiving Day, it's just going to be a cold day. Temperatures in the 30s. Friday, I know we've got the Minnesota Gopher game against the Badgers here in town. It's going to be blustery and cold out there. Hopefully you can avoid that wind. Mid-20s this weekend, overnight lows in the teens. Just a few flurries and pretty quiet going into next week as well.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Well, Howard is wrapping up his preparations for Thanksgiving in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Did you forget to make something for your Thanksgiving bread basket? No need to worry, because we have an idea that'll save the day.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's your last chance. Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. Transform your home with an 11% rebate on new Mastercraft doors. Build your dream bathroom and save on luxury tubs and showers. Customize your kitchen and get an 11% rebate on Clearview cabinetry. Or go even bigger and get an 11% rebate on a new garage. Don't miss out. There's no limit to what you can save. Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day.
Save big money at Menards.
Think all Medicare plans are the same? Think again. A Medicare Advantage plan from Dean Health Plan gives you the benefits you need with premiums as low as $0 a month. Medical, hospital, and prescription drug coverage comes with $0 copays for primary care doctor visits. And extra benefits can help you save even more. Get preventive and comprehensive dental, $250 for eyewear, and $750 for hearing aids. Plus, you can save on over-the-counter health and wellness items. All this and free fitness memberships at more than 25,000 locations. Call 1-888-296-4080 today to get your free Dean Health Plan Medicare Advantage Guide. That's 1-888-296-4080. Dean Health Plan. Right here with you.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
I've been a motorcyclist for a little over 20 years now. I always wanted to have a motorcycle my whole life, and dashing helps me support that hobby. I love the flexibility of dashing. I love the connections I make. Dashing lets me do what I want, when I want. I'm my own boss now. If dashers can maintain their freedom, flexibility, and independence, and have access to benefits, that would really be the best of both worlds. Portable benefits would help me cover medical costs, dental, vision. That would be fantastic.
What a week it's been. Between getting everything ready for the big feast and strategizing the best way to take advantage of all those Black Friday sales, you knew you were going to forget something. If that something happens to be the rolls, then there's nothing to worry about, because you still have plenty of time to make these freshly baked ones. When you're at the store this afternoon, pick up a couple of packages of those ready-to-bake refrigerated buttermilk biscuits. Now, rather than baking them as directed, cut each biscuit into about 8 pieces and place them in a large bowl. Add some freshly chopped parsley, a bit of dry thyme, sage, garlic powder, and a wee bit of salt. After tossing it all together and making sure all the pieces of dough are coated with the herbs and spices, drizzle on some melted butter and toss them one more time. Then all you have to do is fill some muffin cups with the dough and pop them in the oven for 18 to 20 minutes. Yes, it's that easy. And since they bake so quickly, you can throw them in the oven when you take your turkey out to rest. They're so buttery and flavorful, you might consider making a double batch. To get the recipe for our last-minute herb rolls, all you need to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a freshly baked way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
I am really hungry now. Kelly has a final check of your first warn weather.
Don't be cheating now. You got 24 hours yet to go. All right, we do have some quiet weather around here locally, so if anybody's traveling around the upper Midwest, you might encounter a flurry or two, especially up in parts of Minnesota. Have a little bit of sunshine kind of moving through Madison, but you can see this stream of moisture, stream of clouds coming in out of Iowa. Do have some of that clearing a little bit more up to the north of Madison, at least now. Thanksgiving Day, we are calling for some cold temperatures, but generally dry. Can't rule out a flurry or two in the afternoon. May start off with a little bit of sunshine, but we're in the 20s to start off the morning, into the low 30s by the noon hour. Weekend, no problems traveling, but you're going to have problems staying outside for very long because of these cold temperatures. Winds will be out of the west and northwest, sometimes up to about 15 to 20 miles per hour. That'll put the wind chill values throughout the afternoon hours, even with the low to mid 20s, near 10 degrees. Other than a few flurries, we're expecting quiet weather this weekend. And pretty quiet going into next week, but some Arctic chill headed our way to start the week. Temperatures in the teens to start the morning, in the 20s. Maybe a snow shower on Wednesday as we get back in the 30s by then.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving. Safe travels if you're hitting the road.